What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. Of course, this is TWA Motorsports, and today we are going to be addressing two annoying things on my Yukon that absolutely make me crazy. Relatively quick video, I feel like, but the first of them are my key fobs. So this key fob, look at it. It's all weathered, it's all broken, it's been dropped probably 1,000 times. It literally only works 10 feet away. So I decided to buy some new ones, guys. I know, look, I know what somebody's gonna say. Boost Auto makes this one that looks like a new truck. Well, you know, the downside to that one, I like, believe me, I think it's a great product. So first of all, I'm not knocking what they sell because I think it is a good product, but it doesn't fit the era of the truck and it's pretty big. So it's squared off and it's quite a bit bigger. So I just like minimalistic. And so I ordered two more of the factory style. We're gonna be programming those today. I'm gonna try to show you guys how that works, if it cooperates with me. So I did get two new replacements. I generally buy them in twos. I do have an extra key for this thing. And so we're gonna be fixing that. The other thing that is so annoying to me, especially since I normally park this thing outside in the morning, and that is when we go to turn this up. All right, so let's just see if it'll act up. It probably won't because it's kind of warm in here. But if we turn our key on and we want to, let's say we want to go up to 90 degrees in the morning, right? So I turn this, of course it's working now. Okay, so there you can see what it's doing. So I'm turning it up and it goes to 90 and then it goes down to 80. But in the morning, a lot of the time what happens is it will just spin and go down to like 60 and I can never get it to 90. And so I'm going to show you guys just a little quick deal that, and I'll probably do it first actually before I do the key fob programming here. Let's go grab what we need to fix this, and I'll show you guys kind of a quick fix on this. Now sometimes it takes a couple times doing it to get it to work, but I've been able to fix them in the past doing it. So let me go grab the stuff and I will show you what we need to do. Now I'm gonna try to do this with one hand, but what we're gonna need is like some either tuner cleaner or some electronic cleaner. And I'll list it in the description down below, but we need to pull this button off. Generally, I only have the issue on this side because that's the side I adjust, but I'm gonna pull them off. We're gonna do both sides at the same time. So what we need to do is we're gonna spray some of this in here. And then after we spray it, we're gonna go back and forth with this. And we're gonna do the same thing on both sides. And this is plastic safe, so it shouldn't fade any of your plastic or anything like that. I really wish it were colder outside because it acts up. I've got it up to like 70 in my shop here. Same thing on the other side. And that should be good enough to fix it. Now, like I said, guys, a couple times going through this is what it may take. So if that doesn't fix it, you may do it again and again. The only other thing you need to be aware of is these do have a certain way they are keyed to go on. So we need to make sure that we put them back in the proper area. I am gonna off camera here do that one more time so I can move it with one hand while I'm spraying with the other. But go ahead and put your buttons back on, and that should address your issue with them. Like I said, rolling up, you're trying to roll up to 90 and it's going down to 60. Well, nothing's worse than when a vehicle's parked outside, it's freezing cold, and you can only get it to set to like 70 degrees. I've dealt with that for a couple days now. It's about to annoy the crap out of me. So now let's move on to the key fob. I'm gonna go grab those and we will show you guys what we need to do there. So I've got my light in here, hopefully you guys can see, but we've got both our new key fobs here out of the package. I'm hoping to have batteries in them. I haven't checked, but I think they come with batteries. So here's what we need to do. Make sure all your doors are closed. I noticed that, I'm sure the sound's probably different in here. We need to put our key in the ignition. We're gonna hold the unlock button down on the door over here. And while we're doing that, we're gonna turn this on, off, on, off. And then the key or the lock should cycle. And if they do, then we're ready to program. But if not, then we need to open the door and restart. So we're gonna hold the unlock button, which I'm doing, on, off, on, off. Okay, so it is cycling. So now we need to hold the lock and the unlock at the same time. And I feel like the last time I did this, it took a really long time on my gray truck, and I almost gave up. Okay, so there's one. You heard it cycle. And you can see why you could possibly give up, but it sometimes takes a minute. And then we need to do the other one right after that. It takes a long time. And now we should be able to turn the key off or take the key out or cycle it. And that should be good. So I turn the key on, turn the key off. Let's open the door, reset it. And now let's try our new key fob and listen to see if it locks. Okay, it locks. Unlocks. Let's try the other one real quick. And it works as well. Actually, it's moving my seat, so it must be set as the number 2. So we're good there. Pretty simple project as far as like just programming the remotes. There you have it. 2 things that have been driving me crazy I wanted to make a video on since I had the parts and kind of in between things right now. Getting ready to start something else on the Yukon, which you guys will see in a video obviously following this. But ultimately, guys, like I said, nothing wrong with the Boost Auto, I think is what it's called, something like that, that has the newer design. I don't like that big of a key fob in my pocket, and that's why I chose not to go with that. I know last time I did those on the gray truck, somebody reached out and said you should try that one. Believe me, I like the look of it. I think it looks better, but I've also owned several trucks with that key fob, and that was an annoyance to me. I wish there was an easy way to put like a push button start on this where you could just have the key fob and no key, but there's really not a great way in my opinion to do that. But either way, so we got the AC controllers fixed. I have a light burned out in the middle, like the AC button. I don't know if you guys noticed that when we were in the car, but I'm back and forth. I'm gonna be putting a radio in this. So there's a guy that reached out to me that does like, you know, the dash rebuilds and they convert everything over to LED. I think he has an exchange program where I can he'll send me a new one and I'll send him back my old one. And there's some buttons worn off on it. I don't know whether I'll do that or not, but that's just something to think about. Either way though, like I said, we got 2 things accomplished today. Got my new key fob, which is really nice to have. And hopefully it works at a greater distance. I think that it will. I think a combination between the battery and that old one being dropped about 100 times. And then if you guys notice that when I pushed this unlock or lock button, it automatically started to move the seat. So I need to go into the programming and program it for, I guess for me, setting in it with this key fob, because every time I get in the other Yukon and start it, it goes to my wife's position. And she's about 5 foot tall, so it smashes me into the dash. I have to try to catch the seat switch before we get in there. But if you guys did enjoy this video, if this is something that you guys need for your vehicle, like I said, I will list that stuff in the description down below. But anyway, if you did like it, please smash that thumbs up button. Guys, if you're not subscribed, you better get subscribed. We got a lot of stuff coming for this, as well as all of these other vehicles in the shop. And I know that, look, I showed a video of the Trans Am being gone, guys. I'm filming this on the day before the Trans Am goes as well. So no, the Trans Am did not come back, just for anybody who's wondering. But if you're not subscribed, guys, like I said, please go down there, hit the subscribe, ring that bell icon that notifies you every time we drop a new video, and stay tuned to see what we work on next.